Good morning. It is Friday, January 8th, 2021, and I am here today with Bed Talk number 208. And today I'm going to here to talk about people and a nuance that hit me in a conversation about a week ago. Actually, I was on a podcast interview as a guest, and it struck me that there's often confusion about something that we can change by just nuancing the word. So often we talk about people first culture or putting our people first or being a people centric organization. But then some people, including perhaps the person impact, will say something like, well, if you're really people first or people centric, why didn't you give me a fair chance? Or why did you let me go? Or why did you fire this person? Or isn't it, if we're going to be people first, doesn't that mean that we give people more than one chance or 10 chances, whatever it is? That basically we see this, we state this conflict that says if we're going to be people first, then we have to basically do everything right by each person. And did you notice the difference? I changed intentionally right there. The difference between being people first and putting every person first. See, I do believe we have to see every person as an individual, both in terms of diversity and inclusion, but also in how we treat them and making sure they feel seen and heard and valued as an individual. And if we're going to be a people first, people centric organization, we have to make decisions that also are what's best for all the people. So, for example, if we have someone who continues to not perform and we offer them coaching, mentoring, encouragement, all the things, and they're still not meeting expectations, or perhaps they don't align with our cultural values or our core values of our organization, or perhaps they're not committed to growth, or perhaps they just don't have the skill sets that are needed, then we want to be very honest and direct with them and offer support and show them the ways they need to improve and help them achieve that. But there are times that we have to make decisions that might not be, and at least in that person's eyes, what's best for that person. So I can sit here and say, if I let you go from my team, that was best for you. That person may not agree. But that doesn't mean we're not people first. It just means that we're not always that person first. In fact, that's the problem that keeps us from being people first and people centric. Because when we let people be unaccountable, when we let people coexist with our team without being in alignment with our values, when we tolerate people in situations that are outside our values, outside our core processes, outside what we claim to be as a company, then we're not being people first. We're actually letting individual people determine what our values are and what our processes are and what our culture is. So think about that difference, being people first versus person first. Yes, see every individual, treat them with value and respect. And as leaders and managers, we need to make decisions, if we're going to be people first, that sometimes put the people whole ahead of the individual person. That's the reality. So perhaps that helps better explain those situations that don't feel personal, but in fact, they are people centric and people first. That's my thought for today. Keep taking care of yourself and everyone around you. And by all means, stay connected.